Yeah, so welcome everyone. And because it's full moon today in Pisces, which is very watery, quite emotional, I've been feeling it this week, definitely on the lead up. So I'm going to read us a little card. These are called the Native Spirit Pack. And I just pulled medicine bag for all of us. I'll have a very quick read of what it says and then we'll get started. So it says, gather your resources, be discerning, vast inner power is growing in your life. Step back and let it grow. There are times to shine brightly for all to see, and there are also times to choose carefully who sees your true self. Choose wisely. Do not make hasty decisions. If it doesn't feel right, hold back. You're protected from any less than positive outside influences. Your capacity and potential are growing in leaps and bounds. Yeah, and then it just talks about a medicine bundle, a medicine bag, which is your personal power of sacred objects. And that's from Indigenous cultures for a long, long time. And it says you might like to consider obtaining your own medicine bag with things like rocks and stones and shells that have a sacred or special meaning to you. When you go on a walk, you could find something. I have a lovely medicine bag that's like my power bag. Whenever I do sacred ceremony and things like that, I've always got it with me. Okie dokie. So other than that, we're going to start seated today and we're going to look at the theme of balance. So we're at a new month, September. And September for me, because we have the autumn equinox in September later on in the month, is all about balance. And equinox, both spring and autumn, are this complete balance of light and dark, night and day. So that's what we're going to look at today, just balancing our brain, the two sides of our brain, two sides of our bodies, and all of ourselves. And as you all know, because you all are committed to your yoga practice, when you have balance in the body, your balance in your life comes in. That's what I find anyway, and I quickly find the opposite as well. If things aren't quite balanced in my life and I try and do my balance postures, then I'll not be as steady. So it all reflects what happens on the mat in our lives as well. So we're just going to come to a comfortable seated position, and today we're going to start with our Nadi Shodhana, our alternate nostril breathing, where we balance the two hemispheres of the brain. So we're going to use the right thumb to close off the right nostril, the two fingers, the first finger, the middle finger at the third eye point in between the eyebrows, and we'll use the ring finger in a moment to close off the left nostril. So we'll start with just closing the right nostril and exhaling out the left. When you're ready, nice deep breath in through the left. Closing the left nostril. Either hold the breath here for a second or two, or straight away you can exhale out of the right, whatever feels more comfortable. Again, either hold or inhale through the right straight away. Close right nostril, hold, and then exhale left. So we just continue like this. I'll keep guiding. Inhale left. See if you can hold a second or two. Closing the left nostril with the ring finger. Exhale right nostril. Hold the breath out. Inhale right. Close right nostril, hold. Exhale left. Hold the breath out. Inhale left. Close the left nostril, hold the breath. Exhale right. Hold the breath out. Inhale right. Close right nostril, hold the breath. And exhale left. Well done. We'll do one more round. So inhale left. Close left nostril, hold the breath. Exhale right. Hold the breath out. Inhale right. Close right nostril, hold the breath. And exhale left. Hold the breath, just dropping the hands there. Keeping the eyes closed, take a moment to focus on your posture. See if you can sit up a little bit taller. Let the shoulders fall away from the ears. Just breathe any way that feels normal now. With the eyes closed, open up the crown chakra, the top of the head, and imagine or feel a connection from that space all the way up right into the center of the sun and beyond, center of the cosmos, whatever that looks or feels like. This beam of light pouring down through around you. As the light comes in, any heaviness drops down to the base of the spine. With your intention, grow a root from this point all the way down, right to the heart of the earth. Imagine, feel yourself letting go of any heaviness you need to. Send it down to the earth. And when you've become a little bit lighter, invite this nourishing, loving energy from the earth to flow back up from the heart of the earth all the way, drawing it all the way into your heart center. At the heart, we feel this really nice balance between above and below, the light, the love. You can imagine a sign of infinity, which is like a number 8. So from your heart, looping all the way up to the heart of the cosmos, looping back down through your heart, all the way down to the heart of the earth, looping through and all the way back up into your heart. So there's this constant flow through your heart. And just for a moment, whilst you're nice and still and in that space of the heart, ask yourself where in your life you are out of balance. And also where in your life you can get more in balance. How can you find more balance in your life? Just being really curious, soft and gentle with anything that comes up. There's no rush to do anything. There's no stress or strain to do anything. We're just tapping into that internal wisdom so we can receive some guidance. So from here, just gently start to guide the hands together, and we'll use that as our intention today, how we can get more in balance in our lives, in all our areas of our lives. Let's open with one chant of Om. So before we do so, we'll start with a full breath, breathing in and out. Breathing in to chant. Okay, so just gently floating the eyes back open, coming back, and we will start from there. So we're going to just do some nice gentle stretches for the neck, dropping the chin down to the chest, breathe in, gently look up, breathe out, 2 more, breathing in and out. Last time. Lovely, back to center, look over one shoulder, breathe in, softly take the breath to the other shoulder, breathe out, 2 more times. Last time. Lovely, taking that straight into our neck rolls, dropping chin down to the chest. When you're ready, start so slowly moving the neck as big a circles as you can, as slow as you can, get into every little corner of the neck, and make sure you're using your breath here to support. So if you find an area that feels especially tense or tight, pause there and breathe into it, breathing that fresh life force into that area, gathering up any tension, and then breathing it all the way out. Okay, gently start to go the opposite direction. Lovely, one more time. And just coming back to center when you're ready. Taking that straight into our shoulder rolls. Inhale them up, exhale back and down. Again, big and slow, deliberate movements with the breath. Inhale up, exhale down. As you inhale, gather any stress, tension, worries up. As you exhale, let them roll back and down. Release them out. Lovely. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay. So from here, we're going to do our lift and drop. So we're going to stay with the shoulders. We lift them to the ears and we drop them. That drop's quite forceful. And as you do so, it's a big exhale out of your nose. As strong as you can, really strong breath. This detoxes the body. And you can go at your own pace with this. It might stay quite slow. It might speed up. You just listen in to what feels good, eyes closed when you get the hang of it. You might like to use the mantra Sat Nam, Sat as the shoulders come up, Nam as the shoulders come down, which just means my name is truth. Keep going, last few seconds, inviting you to go a little bit faster if you can. And then just start to slow that down. Big roll back and down again with those shoulders. Sit up nice and tall, close the eyes, deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Find your center, your third eye point in between the eyebrows, your belly. Let that energy settle. Okay, lovely. As we start to do some circles with the body, so hands come on the knees. We're going to go anti-clockwise, and you choose how deep you go. We want to be inhaling to the front, exhaling to the back. You might just have nice and small circles, staying more at the pelvis, or you might get really deep and come really low at the front and rock quite far back on the sit bones when you come back. Listen to your body with all of this. Be guided by your body, your breath. Lovely, last two. And last one, and just change direction, clockwise now, exactly the same. Lovely. Last three. Last one here. Just spiral that back in. Eyes closed, sit up nice and tall, nice deep breath. Focus on the belly, third eye. Notice how you feel. What's going on for you today? How can you bring more balance into your life? Bringing the hands now onto the shoulders with the thumbs towards the back as we twist right and left, doing our Sat Nam mantra again. So we do Sat as we twist to the left and Nam as we twist to the right. We just say this internally. And as we twist to the right, we're doing that big exhale out of the nose again to detox the body. Again, you choose your pace. You might go really slow, really fast. Listen to your body. Close down the eyes. Good, last few seconds. Just start to slowly wind that back in. Find your center, sit up tall, nice deep breath. Let the energy settle. Just gently opening the eyes there. And just bringing the hands all the way up. Interlace the fingers and push up. Just come side to side a little bit. Opening the side body, using some breath here. They might be little, they might be big, having a wriggle, having a little shake, and getting ready to come onto all fours. So we're going to come with the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. From here, getting ready for cat-cow. Feet can be flat or tucked under with the toes for a more active stretch. You find your pace again. Inhale to look forwards, tailbone to the sky. Exhale to draw the tummy in and arch through the spine. Inhale forwards and exhale under. So you can go really, really, really ultra slow or a bit faster. It's up to you. See if you can do it with your eyes closed and really tune in to the spine, to the undulation of the spine, knowing that with this posture, you're starting to release spinal fluid to help your spine become more flexible, giving it a nice massage. Lovely. 3 more, take your time. Last one. Lovely. Come to that nice neutral position with the spine. So we're going to bring the right leg out and tuck the toes under and push into the heel at the back. So just waking the hamstrings up, breathe into the back of the leg. And from here, we're going to come into a balance. So bringing the right leg up, flex the foot. We're trying to keep the hips in a square. Look down towards the bit in between the hands on the mat. Either staying here or full balance, opposite arm comes out and we look ahead. So choose where you want to go. Keep breathing wherever you are. One more breath. Gently bring hand and knee back down. And we'll switch sides. So left leg comes out, tucking the toes under, push into the heel. Nice deep breaths into the back of the leg. When you're ready, lifting the leg up, flex the foot, toes as much as you can. That's what's going to assist with your balance. Either stay looking down or opposite arm comes out. Nice deep breaths. Last breath. Gently lower. And we come straight into a child's pose, resting posture. Nice wide knees, big toes touch at the back, sink the bottom back on the heels, walk the arms, hands forwards, rest the forehead onto the mat. If that doesn't quite get there, make fists, stack the fists on top of each other, rest your forehead there. So we want the forehead grounding down. Take some nice deep breaths here. This is our rest while we recuperate, while we check on our balance. Notice how we're feeling now after bringing in lots of fresh oxygen, detoxing. Lovely. Keep those nice deep breaths going. Making a connection between yourself and the center of the earth here. It might be from your head, your heart, your womb space, the sacral chakra, maybe all of those points. And the next 3 breaths, I just want you to exhale and release everything that feels heavy or is not serving you from those areas. Letting them go, dropping them, sending them down to the earth with love, with gratitude. Lovely, nice deep last breath. And just take lots of time, care as we come up. When we've held the posture for a little bit of time, we just come out really easily, nice and lovingly to the body. Find your way back onto all fours as we get ready for our first downward facing dog, tucking the toes under, lifting the knees and pushing back on the heels. So I know most of you are absolutely great with this, and some of you might find it more difficult, some of you might be new. So just listen to your body. If you need to come down at any point, just come down onto the knees or child's pose to rest. If you feel okay, walking the dog, pressing heels down alternately. Let the head really drop down, giving it a shaking yes and no there. Making sure the bottom, the tailbones lifting up to the sky. Making sure all the fingers are open and separated and pushing individually down through each digit to support the wrists. One more breath here. Okay, take your time, gradually walk the hands back to the feet. bend the knees quite deeply and lift the arms and the fingers off the floor. Let them dangle. Give that head another shake in yes and no. And then just inviting any movement. This is ragdoll, so we're not stretching, we're not strengthening, we're trying to drain the body out. So invite any movement, any shaking, any swaying. It's going to look different for everyone. So what does your body need in this moment? How can you let go? How can you get a bit looser, a bit softer? Lovely. One more breath here. Okay, to come up, we're going to bend the knees quite deeply. Make sure knees don't go over the toes, bottom sticks out into our squat. Just going to adjust the camera and we're going to come up making our big figures of 8 around the body. So from our squat, sorry, that was sliding. From our squat, pushing down through the toes and coming up, making these big figures of 8 around the body, coming up slowly, slowly, slowly. Keep coming up all the way. And then drawing the hands together at the top. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to the heart. Pushing one hand up, inhale. The other one down, look up to the top hand. Exhale to the heart. Other side. This is a really nice balancing posture. This is called connecting heaven and earth. So we can imagine that light from above running all the way through your heart down to the earth. Last time. And back to center there. Okay, lovely. So from here, we're going to step right foot forwards, left foot back at an angle. So if you were looking at their feet, you draw a line from the heel of the front foot to the middle of the back foot. That's our alignment. I'm going to do our triangle posture. So we're going to keep the hips in a square to the long side of the mat, arms opening out to the sides, looking towards the middle finger of that front hand. Inhale to lean forwards as far as you can. When you can't lean anymore, this right hand comes down, left hand comes up and turn to look up towards the left hand. We're aiming for the arms to be in a straight line or thereabouts. Nice deep breath, supporting this deep side bend. Opening of the side body, make sure we breathe into those spaces. Well done. Turning to look down at the foot and gently start to lift all the way up. Take your time. Bring the left hand to the back thigh and the right hand up to the sky and looking up towards the hand. Nice deep breaths into the opposite side of the body now. Lovely. Gently release. So it's up to you to switch sides if you want to bring the left foot forwards or just turn around. So I'm just going to turn around this time. It's up to you. I'm going to turn the left foot to face forwards now. Bringing the arms out to the sides. Inhale, lean forwards. Exhale, hand down to the leg. And the opposite arm up to the sky, looking up. So the hand can be anywhere on the leg, wherever it reaches, rather than overstretch. Try and really focus on your alignment. We want to feel like we're in between two planes of glass in our triangle Trikonasana pose. Nice deep breaths. Good. Looking down at the foot, starting to come all the way up. Right hand onto the thigh at the back, left hand up to the sky, looking up. Nice deep breaths. Lovely, gently just coming back there. Okay, so we're going to work on a couple of balancing postures now, as that's our theme. So we're going to come into volcano pose. So the arms are going to come up. And we're going to lift up onto our tiptoes. Let me just adjust this camera, sorry. So we're going to come up onto the tiptoes. And we're going to come all the way down. So we come onto the heels and all the way down. You can bring your arms down. So we do it with the breath. So we're going to come inhale, arms come up, coming up to the toes or wherever we can. Exhale, lowering the heels. And the arms come down by the sides. Inhale. And exhale. Really pushing into the heels to give us that momentum. Inhale. And exhale. Lovely. Keep going. If we can, we'll do a couple more. Well done, last time. Stay in here for a moment if you can in this nice squat, getting nice and strong in these thighs. And gently come all the way up. And do a couple of lion's breaths. So that's where we breathe out the tongue, builds collagen all around the face and the lips. So the arms are going to come up. We're going to get soft in the knees and we're going to swing the arms forwards and let the arms really swing backwards. So do it a few times. Inhale up. Exhale out the tongue. 2 more. Last time. Lovely. Gently just roll yourself back up. Okay, so you come into a bit more of our balancing postures. So we're going to start off by getting steady on the right foot. So from the right hip, push all the way down, get nice and steady. And when we feel ready, bringing this left leg up and grabbing onto the left knee. You can flex the toes of the left foot, which will help with your balance. With Drishti, your focus point can either be down on the floor, a couple of feet in front of you. Once you got that Drishti focus point, don't move the eyes. You can blink, but don't move the eyes like a staring competition. That focus with the eyes helps you stay balanced. So either stay in here or alternative to open the hip and the opposite arm might come out for support. Keep finding that focus point. It might be straight ahead of you now. Maybe play around with where that wants to be. Okay. Well done. Starting to bring the leg back and down, and we'll release. And we'll go to the other side. So again, start with getting really steady on that left foot. Bringing the right knee up, grabbing the knee. Find your focus point. Nice deep breaths. You could flex the foot if that helps. Lovely. Either staying there or opening the hip, opening the knee. Gently back down. Okay, release. Shake both legs. We're staying with our balances. We're doing lots of balances today. So get steady on the right foot again, right leg, push down. Coming into tree pose, either leaning the foot against the leg, staying on the mat, on the floor if that's where you're at, or bringing the foot further up, anywhere on the leg apart from the knee. Hands come to the heart. Find your focus point this time directly in front of you. Keep breathing. Lovely. Either staying here or arms coming up, shoulders soft. Lovely, last breath. Joining the hands back together, drawing them back down, releasing the leg, and again, shake that off. You might have an imprint of your foot on your mat. That's a good sign that you've really been pushing down. Going to go to the other leg, wherever you went last time, trying to go to that same point on the opposite leg. Find that drishti focus point again. Lock the gaze. Nice deep breaths. Either staying here or arms reaching up like branches of our trees, shoulders soft. One more breath. Lovely, hands come together and all the way back down and just having a good shake out. So we're going to try one more balance. So we're going to try our warrior 3. So we're going to, just check you can see my feet. I'm going to come forwards with the right foot and getting steady, lift your left foot up just to wherever it is, wherever it comes. It might be just an inch or two. Flex the left feet though, and the arms come out. So a bit like an aeroplane, arms are going to come out. Your drishti focus point for this one is a few feet on the floor in front of you. Nice deep breaths. Okay, start to slowly come down. Shake that off. So all these balances use a lot of tension to get up there. So we want to make sure that we're then releasing that tension. So do the other leg when you're ready. So we step forwards and start to lift the opposite leg up, flex the feet, arms come out for balance. Nice deep breaths, really lock the gaze, find your drishti. One more breath. Gently back down and release. Nice deep breath in through the nose, sigh out the mouth. Okay, lovely. So just walk into the front of your mat for a moment. We're going to inhale the arms up, choosing to back bend if you wish here. Exhale, fold forwards, bringing the hands down to the mat. Step one foot back, then the other. Roll up onto the toes in plank position, shoulders above the wrists. Exhale down, knees, chest and chin. With the hands by the chest. Inhale, coming up into cobra. And when you're ready, we're just going to sink all the way back into child's pose. Another nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Lovely, and then just gently guide yourself back up as we come into a seated position. So we're going to come into our bound angle for our hips, so it opens the hips, also evens them out, so helps to balance the hips. So bringing the soles of the feet together, and for a more gentle stretch, the feet come further apart. Further away, and for a more deeper stretch they come a bit closer to the groin, so just go where it's going to feel comfortable. We'll start just by rocking side to side just to help the hips gently open. So a lot of us have tightness, tension in the hips. Just do what you can, be really gentle. We talk about in yoga the hip storing emotion, past emotion, things that we've maybe not dealt with properly or just been stored there. So that's why it can feel quite harsh when we work with the hips. So when we're ready, we're going to inhale, really lengthen up through the crown of the head, spine. Biggest, deepest breath in you can. And then keep that length, slowly fall forwards, and then exhale down. Let the head drop down. And just take some nice deep breaths. Focus on where the hips feel tight, where you can feel that stretch. And take the breath all the way into those areas. So you're breathing into the tightness, gathering it up. Exhale, slowly pushing it out. If you know your Ujjayi breath, start to engage that now. That's the ocean breath. Push, a shush sound, slightly constricting the throat so we make this louder noise. The exhale becomes longer. Lovely, gently just start to roll up a little bit. Okay, good. So we're going to come into a little opener for the chest, a little back bend. So the feet flat on the floor, knees are bent, bringing the hands behind you, either turned forwards or backwards, whichever feels better for your body. Push down through the feet and the hands and see if you can lift the bottom off the floor. It might be the bottom just lifts and top taps down a couple of times. You might feel that you can lift the whole bottom spine off the floor and come all the way. If you can, let the head drop back so there's no tension in the neck. Nice deep breaths. Gently come down, release. Find the wrists and just squeeze them out. So we're literally massaging the wrists, squeezing them, take away that tension. Another way to stay balanced is the tension that we use for some of the postures in our yoga is just to release that tension straight away. Okay, so the feet staying flat on the floor, using the arms, a bit like brakes really, we're going to slowly lower. So we use the core of the body, the core strength to lower all the way down to the mat, walking the heels back to meet the feet. And when we're ready, we're going to push down through the feet and lift the bottom off the floor into bridge pose. That might be where we stay today, or we might roll the spine all the way up off the floor, in which case just make sure the shoulders are close to each other, rolling them in so that we feel fully supported. Nice deep breaths into the heart space. One more breath. If you need to, roll your shoulders back out before lowering little by little all the way back down to the mat. When the tailbone meets the floor, grab the knees and give yourself a really lovely massage on the lower back, forwards, back, little circles, side to side, any which way, as you just relieve any tension in that lower back. Okay, so from here we're going to just come into happy baby. So the aim is for the knees to come past the hips, so they open out wider than the hips. So there's a couple of ways to do it. You could just hold the backs of the knees and pull down the backs of the calves and pull down the ankles, the feet, wherever you can get to whilst keeping the head and the neck flat on the floor. Nice deep breaths. Again, opening and balancing the hips here. See if we can breathe equally, evenly into both hips, and the same with the exhale, breathing out any tension, tightness. One more breath. Well, if we just start to lower the legs, open the feet as wide as the mat and let the knees tilt inwards together. So the knees are touching, just lying back, and just take a couple of breaths here. We're just doing a counterbalance, just open the hips nice and wide. Just want to feel them also closing. Taking a couple of breaths there. Okay, one more breath here. Okay, and then getting ready for our spinal twist. So walking the feet a little bit closer. When you're ready, let the knees flop over to one side. Turn the head the opposite way. Aim is to have both shoulders grounding on the floor. Nice deep breaths, closing down the eyes. Nearly at the end of our physical practice, so we want to start that relaxation coming. So just closing down the eyes, maybe deepen the breath, maybe exhale out of the mouth. Take your time rolling back to center. Any realignment, readjustment you need to do before going over to the other sides. And for a deeper spinal twist, you can always cross the legs before you twist the hips over. Just make sure if you're doing that, that the shoulders are still grounding down. Nice deep breaths. Lovely. So take your time, rolling back to center, and inviting you to place any socks or jumpers or a blanket on you. So all the nice warming energy we've created through our practice, we can just keep locked in for the day. So Shavasana, feet coming out to the edges of the mat, and then let the hips the ankles open. So the feet open at the ankles, which opens the hips. Arms down by the sides, away from the body, and the palms open. You might need to shimmy the bottom further down to feel the whole length of the spine on the mat. And just gently closing down the eyes there. When you get there, let's take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Nice big sigh out the mouth. Do that a couple of times. Instantly sending a signal to your parasympathetic system, the opposite of your fight and flight, that it's time to relax, to let go. Just doing a little scan of your body from head to the toe, noticing any areas of tension, and see if just through your awareness, maybe your breath, you could ask those places to just let go a little, to soften a little. Once more, making that connection from the crown of the head all the way up into the sky. This light pouring down and filling every part of you, including the bubble around you. Your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual body all filled with light. Might have a colour or a feeling, an essence. As much as you need. As the light comes in, it filters and helps to shift any heavy energy down to the base of the spine, soles of the feet. With our intention, we grow our roots all the way to the center of the earth. When you feel ready, letting go of any heaviness down into the heart of the earth with love, with gratitude. And as we release and become lighter, we invite this really nourishing, nurturing and loving vibration from the earth's heart all the way up through our roots and deeply into our hearts. Imagining a sign of infinity, so a number 8 from your heart, going all the way up to the center, the heart of the cosmos, looping down back through your heart, all the way down to the heart of the earth, looping through and all the way back up into your heart. This continuous flow, flowing above and below through you. Feeling at the heart, complete balance between the energies of above and below, this light from above, love from below, this kind of divine masculine energy from above, divine feminine from below, mixing and melding at your center, creating this frequency of harmony. Just inviting the elemental energies in, feeling, imagining the element of water in your veins, in your cells. The air in your breath, as you breathe it in, as you breathe it out. The earth filling your body, your bones. And the element of fire in your heart, in your belly, this burning fire. So at the center, just completely balanced now. From the heart, that frequency of harmony, of peace that you've created within you just radiates out into every single cell. As we imagine sealing that in with a golden thread of light from the crown of the head down and around the body in a clockwise direction, all the way to below the feet. So just taking a moment here as you take a couple of deeper breaths, bring some movement in, wriggling the fingers and the toes. Taking your time to roll over onto one side of the body, keeping the eyes closed here. As we just tap into that inner wisdom once more and ask ourselves what we could do to create more balance in our lives at this time. There's no right or wrong. There might be no answers come up at this time. That's fine, because you're just opening up this communication with your inner wisdom. And then just feeling some gratitude for all that you already have in your life. Taking a nice deep breath as you find your way all the way back up to seated position. And we'll join the hands together here. So closing down the eyes again, we'll take a nice full breath, breathing in and out. Breathing in to chant. And just taking your time, coming back when you feel ready, and just thank you all for joining.